Well, this is it, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Crusader Kings 3 Harran here on the Lord Master channel. This will indeed be the last episode that I'll film for this video series because of two things that are left for me to do. And first and foremost is to invade Greece for one last holy site, which is in that holy site of Athens, which is a Harranian holy site, which is mainly because that's where the first Neoplatonic Academy first was. I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, if it is, then I'm only saying it in the sense of, in the history of Neoplatonism. That relates to Harranism because, it's partly of that. And among other things. Anyways, I was just writing a reply, so now Malka de Malka Esha is still the ruler of the land. Anyways, I was texting my brother in Indiana. Hey, shout out to FF Frostlight, which is my real life brother who lives in Indiana, and I'm from Texas. So just to get a little difference here. But anyways, this is what the borders of the Al-Harani Empire looks like. The Empire of Harran, or Empire of Assyria, whichever you like to call it. We have recently expanded into Egypt without a fight, but with friendship and gifts. That's how we decided to appease them, and as well as to appease the Egyptian culture by increasing the cultural acceptance between us. As you could see, the recent changes down there, all because of the acceptance, the decision at court changed the cultural acceptance, and having to travel their cultural ambassador, and a few other things. Although you can really stop at that now, as far as I'm concerned. Unless there's other entities that could say neighbors can be vassalized. We can actually tell the Caliph of Islam to become our vassal. That sounds like a good way to do so. Because, he is our ally. That's the main reason for that. It was allied through negotiations. That's why he'll never declare jihad against us. For Al-Quds or anything like that. Not to mention I have other priorities. Especially with so much gold that I have no idea what to do with. Well, I do know what I'm going to do with that gold. Let's hold a grand tournament. And concurrently, invite some more Esra. Because look at us. We have 2 acclaimed knights, even though they're not as good as some of the regulars. And our lowest skilled Esra is only 10, and it's my son. But clearly we're going to bring some better ones in here. And need to appoint his successor, Karna, for one. And the first of the Kurdish nobles. Oh, my Italian best friend. He's the successor. But as far as I'm concerned, we can create another accolade. It'll be you. First of the chamber. You'll do. We're always in need of more accolades of acclaimed knights. Because one day they may perform a lot better. Station in Baghdad. Which reminds me. Which of these things are good for pikemen? Barracks. Right. Improve upon that. While we invite this far, we shall hold a grand tournament, but as you know, my prowess skill isn't going to be any better, so I don't want to compete this time. And the tournament shall be held in our capital. I'd like to see an archery contest and a duel contest. I will be spectating both of them because I have a much different intention in mind. Recruit. Seek to improve our new and powerful knights, so hopefully we can try to recruit a few more. Because I'm looking for more potential recruits to join our retinue for the last few wars that we'll fight. Kana, you are my champion. And the prize artifacts will be a famed or illustrious rarity. So someone is going to win the biggest prize of the land. Let's hold it. I appoint you as my champion. It'll be 4 months before this all begins. For future reference. I don't need that. Light horseman. Stables. Just want to improve this station men-at-arms that we have. I'm thinking. What's your first daughter's name? Slim. Tammy. Tommy or Tammy, or how do you say? The tournament is at hand at last. Many flock to my grounds in Harran, eager to prove their worth for simply joyous spectacle. No time to lose. Again, I'm looking for potential recruits that wish to join. As I will be spectating, I will not be competing at this time because I'm too old for this. Go, Rose, go faster. I hear a man's voice echo across the grounds. I look up and see a small thing hurrying through the sky like a black bolt of lightning. Soon enough, it swoops down to the finishing line. Ah, you must have cheated. Your bird cannot fly that fast. Just look at her. She's barely a fledgling. The angry Lulu shouts, the winner looking smug. I could learn a thing or two from this, even though I do have the hunter trait and do have a tiny bit of experience in falconry. So that may do. A Nubian, get in here. Food and drink is abundant during the tournament, to the delight of the attendees. 3 peasants in particular seem to be sharing what looks like an entire keg of spiced wine. Oh, well, I will get you for that, you bampot, one sputtered drunkenly, limply throwing a rock at his neighbor. Marcos, I'm sorry. Heh! The victim covers his face, deflecting the attack. Help me, Alexandros. Heh! You're on your own there, Serhan, the last one exclaims, downing an entire mug at one big gulp. Well, they are rowdy, but I do need a soiree. Because of my intent, you're all joining. Because I need good fighting men. Regardless of what background they all came from. Maybe I ought to go to the village. Surveying the assembled petty nobility gathered in Harran, I spot just the sort of man I need. Kasakate is a local horseman of some experience, known in these parts for his valor despite his low station. A Heswar of a forgotten provincial line. As I approach to make my introduction, Avate Constantine appears beside him, clearly sharing my idea. Sorry, 3% chance that he is an ambitious swordsman will join me. 26, I prefers the other. And the other outcome of 50%, nothing happens. He prefers constant. Very well then. Back to the tent camp. That's where I'll be going. To find a potential recruit there. Just go to places where you think they often stay. Like thunder. Ashwar mimes the acts of war and friendly rivals swagger, while interpreters laugh through their work. You Syriacs have your skills, concedes Strategos Valerios of Sebastia. But who among you spurred into the enemy line, heedless to all weapons, your charger trampling, your lance striking home? Try my warhorse. Let's see if you can unhorse even the worst Ilin rider. Greek rider. My people don't employ the tack needed to ride with a heavy lance of battle. This isn't our way. I could sever the bolts to stand. Oh no. You know I'm too old for this. As I said before. I'll say, Karna is Aramean skilled personified. So 80% chance that he matches the Greek expertise by increasing his prowess, as he is the best out of all of us. You know, he has suffered from severe frostbite, but he's alright. Not to mention he's the greatest hunter around. He is of Assyrian origin, not Syriac, but he's definitely the pride of the Arameans. He just died. He just died here or gout ridden. That's bad. The varied crowd of contests mill about the vots, comparing bows and trading tales of their final shots. The creak of bows and twang of strings carry far. Punks are waning now, but the smell of raising wafty through the still air. May the best win. I guess archery isn't your thing. Well, I'll have to place a bet. Why the hell not? Period of bouquet by the tavern's dim light. I ponder the stream of odds, he shouts over the heads of the milling punters. Wali Nuradin is the archery favorite. 4-1 for Wali Nuradin of Kayatan. So this is the man. He's good with the bow. My claim denied. What is this for the man? Also, what can I get on my S for? Harranian. 1 second. I heard. Oh, I thought the new SR has arrived. Well, I've raised you to be like this. It is so tight at the top. The front runners are neck and neck. As a curse as a bowstring grates along the forearm, or a snap of the string, whether broken or simply loud, echoes around the area. The crowds fall into the rhythm. Hushed silence as the competitor steps up. Rouses cheers when the air was loosed. Only a few more arrows are remaining for each competitor, and the end is at hand. One last knock. Well, let's see who's the winner here. Trumpets sound, the crowd clamors, competitors begin to assemble. The contest is over. Someone's moment, the sun's being ready. The herald steps forward, booming out loud across the. After many trials, some tribulations, and above all else, some truly spirited competition, we have our final three. In the third place, the gutsy Harranian. Coming in close second, Badis. Isn't that my guy? Yes, he's one of mine. And of course, the leaders of our victor, Commissar Nuri of Kabul. And the Syrians won that one. A most entertaining show of skill. My champion Karna did not compete. Well, the best man won here. I'm glad many of my qualifying guests are there. It's only Gasosha, not one of the others, but nevertheless, all those who competed, that is in my retinue, will have arch. So at least that'll help with your injury resistance a bit should you ever be wounded in combat. Religious reproach. While nobles and commoners exactly prepare for the contest and entertainments ahead, Yehudad makes the plain disapproval of the priesthood. This tournament is a vehicle of sin. Good Harranians will die in a pursuit of pride, shed each other's blood for trinkets, forego the underworld for fame. These inclinations should be honest, turn against the one's enemies, not fanned and doused in vainglory. Now listen here. They can't defend Harranians without some practice. He's convinced. That's how we operate here. Ah yes, I sent the spy master to go to Constantinople, so we'll know how much of vitamin they have. So they've gathered just a fraction of men under his banner. Since there's no active conflict, numbers are unlikely to change his time. The time it took to information. Suggested the economic strafe is compromised due to debt. Well, they've been beating each other up in civil wars. And 9 individual veterans. A fraction. So that could mean we have way more than they do. Your loyalty is appreciated. I'll have the information that I need. No, not quite. Move your foot back a bit and bounce and swing through the target. And yes, perfect. Well done, man. In front of me is the grizzled veteran Varam training Nahor, clearly passing knowledge gained from one Eswara to another. Varam spots his upward. Good morning, my Mocha de Mocha. I'm helping Nahor here perfect distance. You have a young, talented warrior on your hands already. The heart tries and fails to hide an embarrassed, but pleased grin at the praise of his mentor. Splendid. Carry on. King Blade Master. Excellent. I got a tent camp. Again, it's where I have a recruited tent, so it's best to go to these locations. I greet the band of Eswar as they wander past me. One straggling behind the rest makes me pause, spinning on my heel. I call after the figure. They are clad in shapeless, ill-fitting armor, their eyes wide and clearly terrified beneath the helmet. Something isn't right here. Stepping forward, I rip off the helmet before they have a chance to react. Standing before me, looking around furtively to see if anyone else notices. It is none other than a woman, just as an Eswar, no less. I'm planning to compete as an Eswar, even. Oh boy. Oh great, a possessed woman. Clearly, she's got issues, but she's got skills. She's a worthy commander, an organizer. She's brave. But I know it's spelled like China, but I think in the Assyrian culture, you think it's probably pronounced China? Does anybody know that? Any Aramaic speaker? So I'll say, I could do with the services of someone like you. I'll pay you. Join up. Sign up. And be part of the retinue for the conquest of Greece. And yes, Shiva took part of that too. Yep. And Karna, again. What happened to you, man? Nadier's champion. Are you saying you're not good enough? Or are you just content to being a hunter? He's like, hey, I'm a hunter, not a fighter. Unless you're gonna be some people, where I know one guy that at least says, I'd rather fight a man than make love to a woman. Now, anyways, the contest begins. Contestants march onto the field, taking their places around the sparring quad. The herald announces the contest commencement. A squared-off ring is being looked over in the background, rattled and shaken to ensure no one gives should a contestant crash into it. The dual qualifiers have come to an end. It's clear who will be put forward to the quarterfinals as it stands. The varied pitches and volumes of the crowd's cheers leave no question as to the favorites. The inclusion of Atavaz Avan, a skilled Haikaikan, Armenian, aspect of obscure origin, has caused quite a stir. May the best win. The Wanderer. He may be craven, but he's damn good with the sword. He doesn't like to fight, but if he's backed to a corner, all hell fight back. I can imagine that. So I'll place a bet. So what we know now is that Matavare Constantine, a foreigner from Katveli, Bagtroni, be going up against Amir Hassan, one of my Eswara. Wali Nuradin will be going up against Komesa Nuri. Yes. Yeah, that man. Seen him before. Aranias, my acclaimed knight, will go up against Paris. The battle of two acclaimed knights. And on Atavast here, we're going up against Gina. But again, she's a Syrian culture, Yazidi faith. Let me place a bet. First about a Wookiee, but a tavern dim light, I ponder the stream of odds, shouts over the heads of the Buntas. Badis is the dual favorite, 4-1 for Badis. I'll say, just what am I asked for? Hassan is the unlikely underdog. I'll place a bet on that. The bout between Buddhist and Harran has been decided. After an unsatisfyingly one-sided bout, no one's surprised when Buddhist is declared a winner by a resounding judgment. It was not your day. I'm glad I didn't bet on you. You may be ambitious, but clearly the man is a better fighter. He has a tourney home. No, you idiot, it's this modifier. He's been gifted a high-quality tournament helmet, brought out a tourney armorer. Well, I didn't go to no army because I decided not to compete. It's not your day. Who else? Quarterfinals are over. Madwari Constantine, Komessanuri II, Artavaz, and Varis have reached the semifinals. Interesting round. Hold on. Hit you! Oh, that was a weak sneeze. Next round. The bout between Varis and Constantine was decided. After an unsatisfying one-sided bout, no one was surprised when Varis battered Constantine to the ground, forcing a forfeit. He's completed the finals. Don't mess with Assyria's Eswara. The bout between Artavaz and Komessanuri has been decided. It was closely fought, but in the end, Artavaz was declared a winner by a resounding judgment. Artavaz is to the final. Fine contest. It's either my acclaim tonight, or this Armenian man here. If you win, I would like you for me to join. I'll pay you even. Because I'd like to have you with us. Even though you're craven. Regardless, we do need good, skilled fighter men to join the retinue. The bout between Varis and Artavaz has been decided. It was closely fought, but in the end, Varis battered Artavaz to the ground, forcing a forfeit. That means that Bandas won the duel contest. I told you, don't mess with Assyria's Ashara. You fought well, but you come join us. I'll pay you even. Simply for the heck of it. Yes, I lost my wager. My champion didn't even qualify, but still. You are a gifted duelist, my man. And everyone else who took part of it were all duelists themselves. It's a well-deserved win, and you get to win a big prize. What's that noise? Giggling, a few groans? Sounds like it's coming from that tent. My curiosity gets the better means I wander over to have of that sounds like coming with equal parts of anticipation and trepidation. I draw the covering aside to find quite a sight greeting me. Tina, caught completely by rent, physically panics, shoving her partner boldly off of her onto the floor. I peer into the gloom to find Mushel and Sabrishel also struggling to process the best response to such events. Hardly at first they trying to hide their own partners as they are. 1 second. I'll check soon because I got a text from him. So all I could say is, well, don't let me interrupt you. The sun comes down on the final day of the tournament, and the mascots are getting dispersed. I find myself ruminating over the results. Comus Nori had the finest name in any archery, and Vades was superiority with a blade to take the home of the prize duel. I was unable to find any good candidates to join the ranks. Well, actually, I found a few myself. What a goof. So, Vades has won this prized armor here. Wear it well, for it may save your life. And whereas for Nuri, he wins this. And I gained a tourney goer. Bolster the garrison here. Perhaps a few words given out on the host. Words bring me some acclaim. Are you wearing your prized armor now? If you ain't wearing that, then, well, can I have it? Come here. You're in too. Everyone must join. And we're looking for one more to join with us. Fine sword destroyed, and they're at war again. And Greece is part of it. I guess claim it, claim it. They're gonna keep dragging themselves deeper into debt for that, at this rate. Good, now you got 2 possessed people. Please watch your back. I know they're good fighting men, but you shouldn't take possessed or lunatics into your court. Right, in preparation for this war, just get ahead. Bring me a couple of mercenaries. 1, 2, 3. Now, in order to get to Greece, we must take Crete first. There is no way they'll join us because we're separated by the sea. So we would have to conquer it whole. We'll seize it all. Oh, wait a minute, I extended our contracts, not the... Well, it's good enough, because this may take a whole period anyway. You inadvertently extended all their contracts, now they're going to be around for 6 years. Everybody's assembled. So merge all armies to one. 7,000 strong. That should be more than enough just to take Crete. Be there in 6 months. You could bring whatever friends you could bring with you, but it matters not. Want to go to Persia? Well, it's not that far off, in actuality. We need to go to Persia for. I am reminded that I am not married yet. And I do have plans to remarry. Time's come for you to depart on my adventure, my Makadamaka. My beneficiary Niku bows as well as she can while weighed down by heavy bags. Before I leave, please tell me, is there anything specific you want me to keep my eye peeled during my journey? Well, I trust your instincts to bring me something great. Not interested. It's just I keep texting back and forth. I know it's my mother and I still have to tell her important things. And I'm like, no, I don't care. That's in the sense of, hey, how's the house going? That trust me when I tell you. Sometimes it can be hot and bothered if I'm being, like this one. On a visit to the Taberna, I spy one of the patrons at the heart of all detention. She's more grizzled than the rest of the patrons and smells as if she's been there for an age. To my horror, I recognize in my adventure Nico, who does not appear to have made it out of the homeland after months of funding. And for an next journey, I shall cross the Red Sea in a single gulp. She promptly scoffs an entire glass of red wine. She rings to the drinking hall. I'll reply in a moment. I'll say, hey, get out of here and hit the road. So I convinced the venture to pull herself together. So her venture continues, while our conquest is about to begin. And not exactly in our previous landing, but we didn't need to, well, we're still recently disembarked, so this may get bloody in a hurry. Massive disadvantage. But we have the numbers. One of our esquire has been killed. I just noticed that number went down. What happened? Barbary Courtiers. So they did hire mercenaries. We just brought that man in. I believe he was the possessed one. One less to worry about. This is well fortified, so it's going to take 8 months here. She nails the efforts as attendants bring forth her gifts and of coin and precious objects. The oath is taken and scribes regular pledges to serve the Harran Epithet. As Amirta Martha stands, she stumbles awkwardly. Her cord gasps in unison as she falls. I'm sprawled at my feet, cheeks flushed with embarrassment. Your oaths are all that matter to me, no matter how you do it. Even if you trip. So you're now getting the heck out of here. You better, damn well better. I know you have a son in there, and we're gonna capture him once we get in and take this entity, yeah, and then we'll be golden. As the Compatibility of Harran decreases development, there are several additional needs in terms of infrastructure for the county to achieve its full potential. Roads, bridges, aqueducts, public baths, sewers, basic healthcare facilities, and much more in demand across the county for it to continue to grow. Unfortunately, all these facilities cost gold, and I'm the one who's required to foot the bill. Let's do it at a reduced cost, because I have very high stewardship skill. Excellent. Okay, they're getting together, and they're going to do an amphibious landing here. They may have their hills, but they're going to have a massive disadvantage. So, only recently disembarked. And we're mauling them. Captured this man. And that man as well. friend died of heart failure. Also, you could stop with the promote the cultural acceptance. The Egyptians love us enough. Seems taking Crete is a little more difficult than we originally thought. And there's no doubt they're going to attack us again. Yep, they're going at it again. Got the Protostrato. That's the Marshal. Correct? Correct. I'm inspecting the barracks in front of me when a severely injured soldier's brought in. He's losing too much blood. Where's the physician? Karna is nowhere to be found. A chill runs down my spine. I might be this man's only hope. Suddenly, as I stepped out there, my friend Amir Zaya is at my side. He rolls up sleeves and looks at me. Step back. This is my patient. I know how to do it. I cure people for a living. My patient screams and thrashes, even though 3 grown men weigh him down. Every step of the way is a battle. But my knowledge does not fail me. My hands remain steady. I am not sure how I managed, but in the end, it seems like the soldier will live. His comrades pat my back, and the decorum was also thinking, my lord, we would have lost Saba without you. I done saved a life today. But you're still terrible, as far as skills concerned. Learning for level devotion. That jumps up more. That means I'll be getting this soon. Yeah. Yeah, be a scholar as well. The problem with this siege is because that supplies hasn't been running too low. Now we're getting somewhere. This is just what we need. I step out of my tent. The siege camp sprawls up before me. A haphazard melee of tents, carts, campfires, and livestock. Flags flap and flutter all along the horizon. At various intervals, fires burn. Wearied, long-haired commanders sit at the table, trading gossips and tall tales. Confer in private. Their urgent whispers drifting on the breeze. My low retainer approaches and informs me that the siege is ended. I gather my bodyguards and head to the edge of the camp. The Vadon of Kandax stands before me. A wasteland of charred corpses and rubble. In the fields between, a vast, sickly black cloud of locust swarms. Yellow bands on their hard-shell carapaces are swollen to bursting. Shrill, rattling sounds fill the air as acrid smoke swirls above them, spiraling through the air. The locusts descend upon their kin, stripping them bare and leaving a field of flesh and blood and a hollowed hulk of waste. Walls of clay bricks built by serfs lie scattered and overturned as towers molder and crumble in the rubble piles. The houses, poxed by scratches and slits, lie in heaps strewn with rotting horse bones and trash and refuse. Shocked survivors stumble through the streets. Then for once, let my army run wild, because these were stubborn defenders that we faced. And imprison everyone that you see. It should have been shorter than that. Diverged from Greek on 997. It's Cretan culture here. State ransoming. Knights in battle die less but are captured more. Huh. Can demand higher ransoms for low-ranked dwarves. That's a thing you do not often see. Is that what the Cretans do for a living? But nevertheless, got some local nobles. Keep them split. And they're both elderlies, with no heirs of their own, obviously. Your opinion on the offensive war? Well, we can wait a little. Because there are some things that needs to be improved upon. Ah, yes, of course. I'll tell you what we need. Knowledge. I've decided to reinforce relations with the Himalayan communities in my realm. They hail from a seemingly bleak, icy roof of the world, but even civilization, wealth, and culture can be found in remote mountains. Their ability to survive, endure, and thrive are abilities anyone can appreciate. It's good to be on friendly terms with these willful people. Part of the reason why I did this is so that way we can recruit these warriors, which, as we know, that the Himalayan plateau is a dangerous, rugged land. The people who can endure such harsh conditions, from the perspective of outsiders, at least are truly some of the most formidable people in the world. Their warriors are considered brave and capable by many as a result. There are a number of such warriors living in the local Himalayan community. I've long sought to make use of their talents. I managed to convince a number of them to volunteer to serve in my armies. A great addition to my military. So, we have light footmen, we have mountaineers, they're good against spearmen, and very good at fighting in mountains. And we do know that parts of Greece has mountains. Lots of it. We'll be fighting on their turf. We'll be bringing someone who specializes in that kind of warfare. Now they got two wars simultaneously. Orthodoxy sure is spreading up there. I was wondering, will others join? Because now we have the ability to invade Greece, as we use Crete there. We could do that right now. And the one from Dalmatias, or Dalmatias, and the other from Themis, the only other neighboring entities that may join. Although I ain't scared of them. Well, let's rest a little. Mage, the adventurer Nico sends word. The Servadic seems on her. For 10 days and 10 nights, me and my party has been hiding. The bandit Lord Mashad has set up a blockade on our road that we must travel. What do you advise? Caution? Or should we fight them, trusting the one to keep us safe? Signed Nico the Patriarch. She seems quite a predicament. You're seriously being held up by a Persian dwarf? Who's also gout-ridden? Oh dear. Well, 23% chance that she steals away the night, steals gold. 52% chance that she steals away in the night. 43% chance that she gets caught trying to sneak through. We'll keep playing low. They'll eventually move on. She was able to steal away in the night. Good. Hate for you to get beat up by that person. Atari Koramite peasants moved to the again. We'll rest a little, and then we'll launch the invasion. No doubt, it appears the civil will weaken them further. Uh, how have you not heard of her, my lord? I roll my eyes and grunt dismissively. To say the flights of fancy of Ada were what Nave may right now would be an understatement. They say she has an open challenge for anyone, my lord. And I tries again, insisted this time, lowering his voice conspiratorially. He continues, listen, I know you tire of all the matrimonial questions. This woman offers her hand to marriage, in marriage, to anyone who could best her physical ability. I sit back and consider the story. A martial-minded woman? Sure, I could come away victorious with a new wife in tow, no matter their skills. I am also reminded. Commission an epic. Alright, Ada, we'll ride to investigate. You're still here, huh? You're the accomplished storyteller. I'm in mood for another epic to be composed. Bruising Bride. After a hard day's ride, we arrived at the location that I had heard our quarry figured to find a surprising scene. A lit woman currently grappling with a much larger man. Normally this would hardly seem a fair fight at all. But an instant later, the bout finished surprisingly. The first figure broadly grinningly helps her opponent magnificently before flicking her eyes over to her gun. I've not seen you around these parts before. She smirks and addresses me, dropping a sardonically elaborate bow. My name is Zaita. I know why you're here, but let me warn you, anyone who wastes my time has to pay me a sum for my troubles. Oh dear. An asexual like me. Wise, blade master, adventurer, athletic, strong. Oh dear. Yeah. I'll say discretion may be a better part of the valor here. It's focused on me and my destiny, of course. Actually, no. Family history. More renowned simply for the sake of it. All the old heads are dying. Who are those people? Today, a self-styled poet was presented me desiring to write a large compendium of poets exalting my dynasty's feast of time. This work, if properly done, will increase by a significant amount of renown, and my dynasty will be looked upon with envy by everybody else. That is the promise of this saga, at least. Commission and work. Examining carefully, in order to value his capability to produce a masterpiece, or at least do a good job. At least it stands. There's always a risk of your dynasty becoming a laughingstock of everyone. To increase the chance of success, look for a high learning skill in the traits quick, intelligent, genius, and poet. He's none of these. Oh dear. Well, commission to work anyway. This is not related to the epic. This is something else entirely. Ugh. Word has reached me that a devotee renowned for his illumination staying in town in Badrawan. With my family epic progressing, this might be an ideal time to think about what the pages should look like once it's all said and done. I've always considered myself somewhat of an artist. You are about to lose your land. And I'm sure this man's got a lot of money. My Diana, Amir Ibrahim, is reading my family epic and slogan. A lot of it's not very plausible, such as the part with the scheming witch, he tells me. On the other hand, who's to say what the past was like? If you're already doing embellishments, why not take it as far as we can? No, it should be as true to life as possible. Secrets exposed. Yeah. I don't need to know that kind of detail. Micrososa Gomez Bartimai seems to be the latest person to have read excerpts from my family epic. Your great-great-grandmother was a fascinating resource of Vigilitas. If we let it be known that you are even as half as underhanded as she is, would people think twice before acting against you? Great-grandmother? Are you talking about, well, maybe plausible through Assyrian heritage? Or are you talking about the great-grandmother Yagana of Philistan? You're talking about her. Man, have you realized that our dynasty is the most ethnically diverse dynasty I've ever played as far as mixture is concerned? I'll say the blood of that snake is flowing through my veins. Remember, they were originally Greek, became Arabic, then some Serbian lineage was added to it, and then there was Somalian, and then there's Assyrian. Just to add legitimacy to the dynasty of being of Syriac origin. It was completed my family epic, and what a glorious chronicle is composed of. It has high drama, moral quandaries, intense duels. Everything my family's been forged from is in there. Even the part with the scheming witch, seemingly so far-fetched, has become a touching moment outlining the destiny of my house. This might be the greatest chronicle ever written. That remains to be seen. You will continue to serve me honorably, friend. This is the old one. This is the new one. I'm thinking to myself, should we invade Greece now? Even though it will take time to bring all the armies and the levies en masse. And then we will continue on to do whatever beyond that point. And then there's this other war, which they're still going to be distracted from by the time we get there. Plus, look at you. You're excommunicated by the Ecumenical Patriarch. You gotta be pathetic. Also, he's traveling to Belad. For what reason? He says he's just traveling towards. He doesn't have any friends up there. He's just going up there. It's already Orthodox, but it's not like he's coming over there to try to convert the pagans of old there, of what remains there. Also being raided by VIET, which is them, because there's still Slavic pagans about, along with Christiani. Which I was about to say, how long have they been there? The morning chorus of twittering birds accompanied me down the cellar. The light of dawn giving way to gloomy darkness, lit only by sputtering lamps. I yawn and stretch as I go, my feet planted across forwards. Once my eyes adjusted like a light, a culinary tragedy is unveiled by them. Apple cores, scattered crumbs, bones, flint squeezed in meat. In shock, I look around the entire room. Whatever are my eyes, and they find yet more evidence. Suddenly recovered a soft, contented part. Why, you glutton. My treat, I guess. I'm a nice man. Well, it's over. And let me guess, he's gonna go move to Constantinople at the moment to kick that man out, and then we'll get the... Go ahead. Let him do what he wants, alright? Because he is the owner of Constantinople at the moment. In fact, he was the one running Cyprus as well. Dedication's overrated anyhow. Oh, where are you again? Okay, up here. Up there. No, damn it. Up. Up there. Alms for the poor. My trusty high shaman has been undertaking a pet project of himself at its core to fund a network of organizations across the world to attempt to improve the lot of the poor since I'm honest. As the cost will increase with the increase in my domain size, I have a standardized government who will be able to receive this funding for a network for 10 years. It will be worth it. Oh yes, it will. Fund it. We need that because we might be fighting a potential long war. And you know, nobody likes long wars, and it may cause a drop of popular opinion. It's sure of its quality, and it will be of higher quality. We just gotta await word from my Gasosa, so we'll know the true numbers, to be exact. He moved. Stop right there. Move to Constantinople. Yes, sir. To Byzantium. Unfortunately, Sergei proved to be an uninspired poet, creating a piece of trash that was ridiculed by everyone. Time to kick him in the butt. You've done ruined my renown. And yes, you may have noticed that, yes, I am fabricating a claim on Alexandria. Why? Oh, just to kick that man out of there. Even though I would be doing it through him. But who knows? I'm doing it for the sake of it. A parsa man from Hamadan kind of petitioned me for increased representation of my government. My lord, we are your loyal subjects, yet we have no say in how our communities are governed. Would it be so much to ask one of your own people to have a place in your administration? Oh, right, it's ran by the Kurds. Not that skill to me, but you shall have enough on this point forward. Persian Jewish representation. Yeah. I have returned from Persia with an artifact from my journey. I take the bulky bundle into my hands and loosen the cords while peeling layer after layer of rubber. In lines lie a set of armor. She regales the corporal to tell how she came to possess this unusual Sentinel's offering. Syriac scale armor. This armor is constructed from massively crafted iron scales that are fastened to the backing of leather. The set includes a spangled helm and an aventail. The whole armor is with decorative silver inlays displaying repeating image of rose flowers. Do I have armor like that? Or do I have something better? No, I don't actually. Yeah, this is magnificent for once. Put that on. The old armor of mine was getting old anyhow. It's not going to make my prowess any better as I'm getting older and older. I got ankles like an old woman. Like an old woman. It all started as small. diffuse and faraway gossip about myself, but it's progressively coming up with the conversations of the noble house inside and outside of my realm. Matter of fact, my dynasty name has been tainted by the most vile rumors about the integrity of the character of its members. The race have been approached by an intermediary that asked for gold for these rumors to slowly stop. But the mastermind behind this nefarious plot unknown, I must weigh my options. I have a very, very good spy, so try to uncover the mastermind. We'll see who done it, and we'll know the true strength of this empire. They're still in debt. Less than... Okay. They got 7 veterans. Less than 6,000 men. No way they could defend themselves like this. And they have no mercenaries. So this presents an opportunity to, well, invade Greece. But first, this coming up. Plus, look at the sword effectiveness. It's excellent enough. Wants to write about warfare, and you're the master at it. You can't revoke the title because it's not your direct vassal. Okay, listen here. I'm here to retract vassalage. Yes, it's a little bit of a tyranny, but you'll have to accept it. This is something I do not typically do. Yes, it is unjust. But you get out. This is temporary. I might give it back to you. And I'm sure some of you thinking, what are you doing? Progression approach, predation approach. There's something about this. I was about to say, is there something I could do with that? Pompey's pillar. There's the ruins. Huh. Why the hell not? I mean, I could have financed it myself, but... Plus, that's how Alexandria is spelled in our language. You really neglected this place for the previous owner. Are you sure that I can't move that? Receives decorated palace. Again, I'm just curious about that. That's why I came to Alexandria for this. But I don't think there's anything about that. It's like, first, does not have a constructed special building. Oh, you need a special building. But unfortunately, the special building is this. You can't get rid of that. But did it say something about the capital? Does not have a construct special building, so it has to be empty. And if it does, then it has a. You can also move that. Have the title. Realm capital is not. At least one of these. Approaches to regulate your relationship with these ruins. I don't think it says anything like that at all. Hey, you idiot, look down here. This is Duchy building. Honestly, I don't think it matters, but, you know, just to be nice here, I'll pay for the ruins and I'll give it to somebody. And just says, hey, it was an inconvenience. And give it to someone of Syriac culture. And then, here, you can, no, not like that. There, you can have it back. That was a waste of time. But anyways, it's just something I wanted to check, but that claim is gone because I did what I did and I just, no. After looking every nook and cranny, after testing the most weird theories, after setting spots for courts, I have a hand full of nothing as a result of my search to find a mastermind behind the evil rulers surrounding my dynasty. Rats! My dynasty's been slandered! What topic does your muse yearn for? And dedication's overrated. Okay, well, let's not waste any more time. And, let's go do what we set out to do. And don't give a damn what the vassals say. In fact, they don't say anything. Besides that tiny bit of tyranny. But you could be glad that I'm financing the reconstruction of the lighthouse of Alexandria. Because I can. Holy war for the Exarchon of Helados, Kingdom of Greece. This is once in a lifetime. Here we go. "10 months! This is what happens when your empire gets too big, especially when you're playing Dark Ages mod. Although a small part of that was due to having Crete there, so it does take a bit longer to get all the levies assembled here for the mobilization and everything. You consider this angle. Yes, your request is granted. For the one. I'll even bring them over here. Literary decor. The leading members of the local Himalayan community have presented me the most valuable gift today. A simple but of elegant manuscript, filled with literature in one of their languages. They believe such a work of literary and aesthetic value will demonstrate their appreciation for my recent efforts to reinforce relations. They're not wrong, the gift's greatly appreciated. Look at this. Scroll from the Himalayas. A modest but beautiful scroll which contains some drawn art in the traditional Himalayan style, as well as some writings in language from the Himalayas. Perfect as a simple house decor, and for reading, if one knows how to read it. Though the Himalayas are seen as harsh and inhospitable to outsiders, it's also a great source of inspiration for the people who consider it a homeland. This, and combined with the various cultural influences from across the Silk Road, has helped them to defend a wonder literate tradition. Nice. Yeah, bring them here. They'll join us. couple of days left, as his first army is going to be ready to set sail. Well, before it's first to then set sail. Extravagant brooch of masterful gesture consists of ruby colored that is adorned with small pieces of ruby. All focuses on the war now. My culture has discovered a fascination. I'm modest. This here. This increases a... Well, this gives out a small health boost for disease resistance. Increases life expectancy up by 5 years. And less friendly fatal casualties, especially for this ongoing war that's coming up really, really fast. Should have brought these, though. Wish we had them, but it's kind of too late for that now. What do you mean, kinda? It is too late. Learn on the job. 20% of accounts primary skills are added to my own, so watch the increase. Just like that. Everybody assemble at Harran. They're finishing up soon of the gathering. It's going to take another month. Once everybody's gathered, we'll split them into many parts. An extravagant tome that shows an excellent understanding of warfare that touches upon subjects such as troop compositions. The cover is ivory that's been carved to display repeating images and symbols that praise the dedication to Mars. I'm impressed. It's one hell of a book. The main issue I'm particularly worried about is the supply issue. We don't even know where the enemy army is, since we've been so busy trying to get every single levy here. It pleases me that you recognize my effort to this. They're going after Crete. It's fine by me. Alright, everybody else. This is our total. And we'll split them in half. At least 2 times. We can't afford another 7 months. For those also rans and many of the Eshware that are not there. Okay, basically you're reinforcement. Everyone else, get moving. All 4 of you head to Athens. Once you land upon Athens, split up. It's just them. Unless we want to capture him, I mean, I may volunteer at least one of the armies to go in after him. What's the terrain? Hills. Oh hell, I'll do it. Actually, no, that's where the siege weapons are. God damn it! Could have organized this much better. One second. You all go. Stop here. Get this out of here. One of you is going to take the siege weapons to Athens. We'll be heading to here. Probably just land here and we'll probably scare them off. What then again, you have the defender's advantage. They're not going anywhere. What is that? That's Byzantium, you goof. No, no, no. Talking about here. Yes, you do have the defender's advantage. Guy. Third army is this one. Go pick them up. And then you'll join up. Okay, let's move. You all Sarans will join later. Wants to make a table. It better be a damn good table, Carpenter. Four level Athens is 7, so it'll take some time. Yeah, supply is going to be a real issue unless we have to win the war fast. And there's some reinforcements that'll be coming to back them up, which is a match for us. It's going to cost us a lot of money to be traveling like that. They're leaving. Okay, we're off. Which one's me? Okay, they're going after this. Defender's advantage here. Okay, we're scaring them away. See, if we went that way, it would have been death for us. Go here where it's safer. Get up in these here mountains. And we'll see where they'll be going from there. In other words, don't make those bastards leave. Hold your ground. Wait until a month. I'm about to line it to Taberna, and then we'll begin a siege for it. They're gonna be leaving in 41 days. Okay, we'll be in battle in 12 days till we reach there. But listen, I have the advantage of mountains, but I'm not sure this is ideal for it. But we do have some of those mountaineers with us who sure know how to fight in mountains. And pikemen know how to fight in mountains as well. We have some of the cavalry. 12 months! Oh, the ones with the siege weapons are coming up. Instead of 12 months, it'll be 5 months. Okay, much better. More recent disembark shall go away soon. And, actually, we might have a bit of a problem. Who's their commander? That is the best one out of all of them. Volvod Adrian. Oh, he knows how to find mountains as well. Damn it! Made worse with enemy defensive advantage. We're up for real strife. And I'm the one who's gonna be, get my ass heavily involved in it. I'll tell you what, I think I know who I should marry. One with extremely high martial skill. Regardless of faith. And it's you. Help me with this. Because this is going to get ugly in a hurry. Because there's 20 of them, and there's 5 that we just brought instead of the full army, which we could have run them en masse. Instead, the commander is led by a Dalmatian, who's pregnant at the moment. Oh. How many months pregnant? I didn't see the part. 7 months. Duration of the battle, basically. We're getting him, but I need a little more help. Being married to this Cretan woman, who I've never seen before in my life, and we killed one of them. Help me with this! I need as more advantage as I can get. Well, that's unusual. And Avar, who's of that faith of theirs. The Polycans. Patrol around, they're probably going to be stuck in the mountains unless they're going to go to the sea. And meanwhile, we've got to take Athens, the real objective of the war. And eventually we'll capture the rest of Greece. We'll be chasing them down. I spot my new wife, chatting excited to Maya, listing ideas, suggestions for his cabinet. My carpenters barely conceal his contempt, clearly ignored by my smells increase. And as you are making the table, she goes on, it may as well matches my grandmother's old cabinet. Oh, we don't even know who grandmother is. Well, I'll say, hey, come darn it, leave it to the expert. He's already good enough as it is. They're on the run. They're trying to leave. They won't be going anywhere. Made one of theirs. I exit my tent. A siege camp sprawls up before me. A twisted, shadowy maze of tents and siege engines, of horses and mules and donkeys. The standards and cutters flap and snap in the wind, leaning against the bare rocks that rise from the earth. All circle above, calling one another with shrill cries. Very long-haired commanders set tables, trading gossip and tall tales, conferring and bridle. Their urgent whispers drifting on the breeze. My loyal retainer approaches, and fortunately the siege is ended. I gather my bodyguards head to the engine camp. They vow on an Athens stands for me. A wasteland of charred corpses and rubble. In the fields between, the dead and dying lie prostrate, ashen, mouths slack, eyes empty. The stench is overpowering, sickening and nauseating. Stray dogs pick the enemy's corpses clean. Survivors drag themselves through broken houses. Their torn and lacerated clothing in tatters. Shattered corpses lie everywhere, so covered in mud and cuts and varnishes their flesh that can only be identified for their families by their necks, deformities, scars. Sorry to disappoint both of you, but we're sparing it, because this is where the Neoplatonic Academy of Athens was back in the olden days. And imprison everyone you see. While we defeat them in battle again. And I know supply is going to be a real issue, so we're splitting you men again. This is now occupied territory, so therefore you need to get down to the numbers that would be suited for this. Anybody who's got siege weapons, we'll move on. Which one of you? You. Head up to Argos. This is a level 3 fort, so it'll be easy work for you. The rest of you gotta split you up. You stand by in Thebes. You stand by in Megara. And the rest of you go assist them for the siege of Argos into Corinthos, so we could... Well, there's a problem with that regarding development. No, development's similar. It's just we need to occupy more. Because this is a damn mountain country. Especially in the Peloponnese. Actually, this is part of it. 3, 4. Okay, take Corinthos first and then take Pelotia. And these also rans that I also called them. The one with 5. That's why will be stationed in Athens. While we go deal with what remains of the Dalmatian army of theirs, along with the Byzantines. Don't let them escape. And we'll soon join you in the mainland. What is this part of? Thessalonica. Since when? Oh wait, Aegean Islands. Are you sure? You know, since when the Kingdom of Thessalonica has this? Was it supposed to be part of something else, or am I crazy? Did that town even exist? No, it's always been that way. Okay, I didn't expect that, knowing my old knowledge of Greek geography. Want me to assemble the General States? I'll do that when the war's over. Time's limited. We'll get him one more time. Don't let these bastards leave. No joy, we have to defeat him one more time out there. My beloved Demetra, for once. You are making my life better. That's all I gotta say. Begin the siege of Lividia and Boeotia. Of course, Compatibility, we need to occupy more. There's another part you need to take. What you took was, it's like this. We took Argos. Corinthos is up there. That one's a bit more fortified. Go help them. I step on our tent, rub my eyes. The siege camps sprawls over. A jumble of tents and carts and tangled alleyways. Flags, banner flying in the damp wind. Bright colors mixing hopelessly in the grey rain. Cut timbers laid stacked like a wall outside the tents. While lower tent approaches the force, the siege is ended. I gather my bodyguards head to the edge of camp. The Vadon of Argos stands for me, a decayed shell of its former self. In a field between a dead and dying eye, in 2 long rows, soot-stained and rigid. Bodies litter the fields, survivors huddle in the shadows of makeshift huts made from felled trees and fallen bricks. Spare it. Do not mess with their development. It helps with the supply limit. Our last stand here. Took out their ally, then theirs remains. We did not capture him. What else is part of Greece? How well fortified is this? 6. Crud. What about Laconia? 6. 6. Achaia? 6. Come on. That makes this place less fortified. Okay. I'm coming over. Even I'm spending money for this. That is one magnificent table. A table of masterful craftsmanship. It's constructed from oak panels. The wood is set up to The Senate has been turned to a smooth finish. The tiny but elegant inscription runs on the side, dedicated to my beloved Dimitri. That's lovely. You know what? Put that down. As much as I like this chest here, but this table's... Okay, never mind that. I was a little too optimistic. We're starving over here. May you grow strong and wise, little one. We should need to occupy a few more territories, then we shall win the war. Get over here. Apparently this is the best place to supply, is Megara. And Athens, of course. Go help him. It's due to the reduced cost. We're hemorrhaging money over here. It's a hostile army unrelated to it. Mercenaries set to expire. The longer I rule over Harran, the more I am amazed at the diversity of pagans living here. They have survived century after century together, despite their differences in what they worship or how they worship. One would think that this would lead to frequent conflicts, but surprisingly these groups manage to get along, even if there is tension at times. In my discussions with their leaders, it seems that they've realized their unique community is stronger and will better endure any hardships if they stick together. A valuable lesson for us to learn from. That's why we're sticking together in this war. To reclaim what the Harranians once had back in the olden days. Step out of my tent. Siege camps sprawls before me. A tangle of narrowed lanes and packed tents. The smoke of campfires and torches rise to a dense fog. Flags hang limply in the rain fog there, whipped now and then by wind. Smoke drifts along the wind. Throngs of men busy themselves among the tents and siege weaponry. The stench of dirt and sweat is thick in the drear air, stinging my eyes. The smell is mixed up with a strong tang of urine and the acid odor of rotting wounds. My lord retainer approaches and informs me that the siege is ended. Gather my bodyguards, head to the edge of the camp. The Vadon of Corinthos stands for me, a smoking pyre, a grey shadow amid the remains of my conquering army, a desolate wasteland of parched fields and smoking hovels dotted with blood and perversion, witnesses to a nightmare beyond hell itself, or the underworld itself. Trebuchets and catapults litter the field, bodies strewn about, limbs piled up in mounds. A man's brain and broad viscera lie sprawling in his crushed skull. The groans of dying prisoners rise like a chorus. Spare it. Imprison anyone you see. I know you're all starving here, but listen. They need your assistance. And as for the other Amia, yeah? Okay, we're splitting all of you up. You're going over there. And the other one, you two are going over there. Except you are going to Athens. We need to resupply, we need to stick together. We need to end this war quickly as possible. It's costly, but at least those people back home aren't throwing out their arms. Also, the rebellion again. No, this is loyalist. I could see why there's two rebellions. One's a claimant and the other's liberty. Now who's the hells we're occupying here? coming with the siege weapons. We're here now. 94%. Damn it! How much more do we have to conquer? I exiled my tent. Siege camps sprawls before me. A crude, ramshackle city of canvas and cord. Flags flutter above the throng. Shouts and cries ring through the damp air. My low retainer approaches and informs the siege is ended. I gather my bodyguards head to the edge. Levadon of Levadia stands for me. A shambles, a burnt shell, and the fields between the dead and dying clotted the ground. Giant wooden doors hanging twisted, charred black frames. Windows of the tall stone keep are strewn like silvers of broken glass onto the cobblestone street. The blood-blackened wreckage sits prompt in the piles of abandoned doorways. Grieving widows walk silently among the heaps of rubble, gathering food and drink for their families. Spare! Prison everyone! This is pretty good supply limit here, so you two sit tight. You're with me. Let's go, again, all the areas are similar. Not sure who we're up against. What about this neighboring entity up here? 6. Okay. 4. Here we go. There's a place we can go. I'll begin the siege over there. Y'all sit tight, alright? You're with us. I said your god dog it. Not like that. I said, yeah. I'm trying to resupply everybody. Anybody that's well supplied, go up. You're integrating in that army now. I fear. Move away. This will take less time to deal with, because we have the siege weapons now. You're well supplied. Go assist them. And if it still somehow still isn't enough, then start going down there. Not now, okay? You know what? Fine. Go to Arabia. Mercenary companies are dismissed. That's fine. I think we can handle it our own from here. Step out of my tent. The siege camp sprawls out before me. A haphazard of clustered money tents and ramshackle outbuildings. Flags hang limply in the rain fog there. Whipped now and then by the wind. Everything is covered in thick, grey damp and like a mud-laden lake. A low retainer approaches and informs you the siege is ended. I gather my bodyguards and head to the edge again. Levadon of Neoplatonic stands for me, a cantankerous collection of stone and wood that seems to somehow breathe, black limbs tangled and intertwined, teeth bared and grimace of agony. In the fields between, crows congregate, picking at the corpses of dead soldiers, scattered limbs, rotting entrails, and dented helmets. The bodies of ours and theirs lie side by side in the street, locked forever in battle. Black-veiled women spit and jeer at my army as it enters the Vadon of Naupactus. Just for that limited looting, because this isn't officially part of Greece. No. It was 3 years, but 3 years is too long for me. And these two here, in Athens and Achaia, they'll become my vassals. But keep in mind, we're a pluralist religion, and doing holy wars like these, you will vassalize those that are not of your faith. That's how it works. May you live in harmony and contentment. What a nice man. In order to put an end to this bloodshed, I will comply with your demands. This was once in a lifetime, and made it so. I'm 69 years old and I'm feeling poor. Well, we can actually rectify that. Where are those health books that I got from England? Oh, not this. Aha. Actually, forget this thing. Where is the old health book? That's down in the library somewhere. Aha! There, I'm feeling fine. But there's more. Look at that. Oh, we should have used that. Herbalist pouch, that's it. Yeah. So therefore, I'm feeling fine now. What are you talking about? And also, now that there's time, still some time left, usurp that title off of it, and it's mine. And who's gonna get it? Adai will get it. Which Adai is also the heir to Mesopotamia. Now I gotta make a long journey back home. I want you to possess something truly unique. Matter of fact, I will not end this series until we get this. The Roman Empire in the East, Byzantium. Christianity's from bulwark against the Mohammedan and infidels in the Orient is failing. The dire situation has convinced His Holiness, Pontifex Maximus Onus, to accept the possibility of an outright invasion by joint Christian forces. This could be the beginning of unprecedented Christian aggression. Mars protect us. Honestly, I'm not terribly worried about that because I really don't care at that point. Plus, we can make all the money through ransoming. Ransom. Okay, you know what? Since we captured so many prisoners, just ransom everyone you see. What about, to be real honest, since you're the owner of this land? By the evil demon, have you have no shame? Guards! Acropolis can reopen the academy. Why haven't you people done that before? You know what, just for that, no, not that. Increase the development. You say it takes 2 years old, it's 4 years now. And get a royal architect if we have any. No, we don't. I know someone who does. I'm a-coming, I hear you. I'm on my way. Again. Keep going. My adventure useless sends word. The sorry skims one over. For 10 days and 10 nights, me and my party have been hiding. The bandit Lord Hassan has set a blockade on the road that we must travel. What do you advise? Caution? Or shall we fight them, trusting in the Lord to keep us safe? Well, he ain't gonna get killed, but I'll say, no guts, no glory. Make them pay for wasting my time. And he got wounded. You'll be fine. One last. There we go. Alright, made it home. Court event's gone. Wants to reach something glorious, please. I know I'm in high demand here. But I kind of want to end this series of whatever artifact he's getting because I said I want something unique. It could be anything. 70 and still feeling fine as now that I have small health boosts with these books that I have. Hey, you know what? Just for that. What is the offensive war opinion on that right now? Yeah, it was a long war, but hey. Cunning hyenas in the floodplains. Mystery adventure. My search has led me to the floodplains of Al-Basra. They are notoriously hyena infested. For a good reason my goal is near. Expect my return soon. Useless knowledge should be enough to keep him safe. Indeed. You gotta avoid those hyenas. Don't ever underestimate them. The traveler claimed to be employed under my beneficiary Yusuf's brought before me, carrying a messenger and adventure. Fear not, my good lord, for Yusuf's in good health. A great news possible to fund an even greater adventure. You see, Yusuf took a wrong turn, is now somewhere near Saripata. That's India! That's way over there. Yusuf's traveler companion unfurls a dirty map to show me where to end up. He has enough funds to make it Arabia as planned. Let's suggest for some additional funding you could chase up on a local room and bring home a great artifact. Life's an adventure. Explore that area for artifacts instead. We might bring an Indian artifact instead. Sripata. Went to India now. On in. That old ancestral cloak? I never gave a damn about that. It's too expensive. Get rid of that. Oh my goodness. He turns in here from the artifact from a journey. I take the bulky bundle into my hands and loosen the cords of peeling, layer after layer of fabric. Inside is an artifact unlike anything I've ever seen before. It smells good. One of the authentic 9 swords of Prophet Muhammad. This is Al-Nikadam, passed by Muhammad to his cousin and son-in-law, Ali ibn Abi Talib. The masterwork pedestal item. This is originally an Islamic artifact that can only be used by Muslims. But since I have Islamic syncretism, I'm allowed to use this artifact at full benefit. Put that on display. Bye-bye, fingernails of Margaret. Make room. Here it is. One of the authentic 9 swords. Yes. So, renowned, same culture, mercenary, higher cost, cheaper, core ground drop, and more advantages in the desert. Yeah. That is excellent, actually. Curious, though. 3 years until 25th of October 1047. And they said unlocks can reopen the Academy. So few cities can compare to the past of Athens, though its ruins are shell, but its glorious past. The magnificent Acropolis remains a place of classical works. And this other one is an upgraded version of the Acropolis. It says, and ancient temples may be reconsecrated to their old rightful gods. Could that be done as a pagan? But it says that's going to cost you another 5. Oh, is not Greco-Roman. Okay, that's the problem. We can build the Acropolis, but I don't know about reopening, as we are of pagan faith, but he says you have to be Greco-Roman faith, as in, you know, the old Hellenic faith, not like the Harranian faith of ours. Damn it, let me bring it up. Keep looking. They're talking about this one, Hellenism. I don't think I have that ability to reopen the Academy yet. Whereas we're sort of related, we Iranians are sort of related to that, but we're of Semitic faith. That's the difference. But nevertheless, I have, damn, y'all went around it quickly, is Crete. So that's the difference here. Is, Actually, look again, one more time. It's 21. Is there anyone better? Yeah, slightly. It's this one. Makes a little difference. But anyways, so I guess we'll end this series on that note. And I would say that I've really had fun with this series. Speed to get a claim. That actually makes a little difference, honestly. 71, still feeling fine. I could be persuaded to indulge a little. Purchase a truce, you got it. You know, matter of factly, I'm just curious, about what it'd be like if I can reopen the Academy. Like, could that be applied, or is that a Greco-Roman thing, not Semitic thing? Because I know for certain that down here in Siwa, the owner, which I'm looking at you down there, the owner has to be pagan, but at least one follows a proper pagan faith. You can actually construct the Oracle of Ammon and make use of it. But I remember way back in the that Sogdian series that I did in North Africa, I actually constructed by having syncretic folk traditions. But you would have to be of the old Egyptian faith, the Cushitic, to make use of that. Book sounds interesting. So, matter of fact, I will continue the episode just a slightly bit longer, because I want to, you know, matter of fact, I'm going to stop recording right now and skip a couple of minutes and wait for the Acropolis of Athens to be finished and see to if I am allowed to reopen the Academy or not. So, see you in a moment. Alright, now here we are, Athens, Atheni. Now, here at the Taberna of Attica, which I've been there twice in my life, and now I skipped over a good couple of minutes because of time constraints, knowing I do not want to make a super long video of anything that's over 2 hours and 10 minutes, so I want to use this time for this. The Acropolis has been constructed, so few cities can compare to the past of Athens, though its ruins are a shell of its glorious past. The magnificent Acropolis remains the greatest of the classical works. But we cannot upgrade this further because we are not of the Greco-Roman faith, also known as Hellenism. But there is something else we can do. Reopen the Academia. The Academy. And to do this, this is what you must do. You could institute the Academy. The school of Athens was once founded by the great Plato. Not exactly Neoplatonic, but some people even say that Neoplatonism is actually a continuation of the teachings started by Plato himself. The city of Athens was once the center of the known world. In its many schools, the greatest of orators, politicians, and philosophers were educated. Nowhere was more true than the Academia, founded by the great Plato. Its doors were shut many generations ago, but that does not mean they must stay so forever. So, to have this gives anybody who's the owner of that room will give additional lifestyle experience and recruits philosophers through the learn from time ruins decision. So, the Syria culture, you gotta have at least one of these to make this work. First, your Syria culture has the Cosmopolitan or Egalitarian ethos. And also the Harranism faith has the pluralist doctrine, and you've got to have an open mind. And I'm surprised that after all this time, anybody who was the owner of Athens were never open-minded. They were closed-minded, Orthodox Christians this entire time, and nobody even bothered to rebuild the damn thing. And they're not even about reopening it either. Well, we're going to make that happen. In 8 months. In 8 months' time, you can stop at the... Well, actually, keep going to development. Get up 23, yeah. Again, I have one more left in the domain limit, so I'll take Athens for myself. And in preparations of this, a large lamb's wool tapestry of masterful craftsmanship. The cloth depicts the court hearing. Malka de Malka sits majestically at the center of the scene, while vassals, emissaries, defeated enemies, and servants wait in line to pay homage. A tiny but elegant description beneath remains it dedicates to my beloved, Demetra. Yes, during the free time when I turned off the recording, I've decided to, by the way, nothing much happened. There were no conflicts during my minutes off. There were 2 instances of somebody wants to purchase a truce, and I accepted, meaning we gain more gold. And speaking of which, get me a couple of mercenaries. And yes, and I got sick. Again. Get me some mercenaries. This is just in case. He nails the deference, offering nothing but his oath to faithfully serve a vassal of the Belma Gupta. The Termacus is clearly practiced the Aramaic vows. He mispronounced several sections, humorously changing the meaning, leaving my courtiers stifling to this. Good effort, Ignatius. It's not an easy language to learn Aramaic. And also I got another scroll from the Himalayas. That's another thing that happened. These people should know how to write. We're going to prepare to ship you off to Athens. In case they refuse to honor the idea of, You have the hills bench, okay. Want you to head off to there. I need to be at court still. You'll be there in 6 months. So much we shall that claim. We're stationing you over there. All 4,000 of you. Hey, you too. Now, we'll end this episode when we reopen the Academy, because that would be a fitting end to the Harranian series of where Neoplatonism began. Especially that it is a descendant of the teachings of Plato. that would be most fitting end to this series. Another truce. Here you go. Many entities that surround me wants to forge truce because they're all afraid of my military might. Every single one of them. There goes the sponge on the stick. In 9 months, I'll be a scholar. In fact, end the episode not only reopening the academy, but also be a scholar. That's what I call a bookend. He gave me attentive care. Massive health boost, thank you. I find myself fascinated by the human body and all the secrets that still keeps from us. Questions of life and death are constantly on my mind as I'm getting old. To read a text on the topic is all well and good, but I cannot help but feel like I would learn a lot from hands-on research. I will study the ravages of disease on a corpse. Okay, it's developed. Do this now. I try to hold my breath as I sigh through the tangled mess of slimy, swollen entrails sprouting from the corpse's belly, but it is no avail. The putrid stench slowly decay finds its way to my lungs, making me gag as something tears open. A stream of Mrs. Yellowish ichor spills all over the operating table. What was that? Yeah, maybe Karna can help me. I mean, you're a reasonable guy. He aids me on my research. Will it? Will Karna no longer be able to provide systems? I'm not be able to continue my experiments. Ah, damn it! I forgot. He's over there. He's over in Athens. I should have done that. I should have just learned it myself. Just a claim on a decade. There's no need to take all of it. I just want that one. Now, I ask you nicely, fair lady. I'm sending you this huge gift. And I want you to get out of here. And she will. Good. You may not like me, but you'll get it back. Maybe. You'll get it back. Get over yourself. Here, have some entertainers. And in addition, I got another gift for you. Okay, maybe not that one. But, anyways. So, everybody is stationed here. Placed on low control. Obvious is obvious. Wait till everyone's present. All the millions of step overs here. Okay. Now remember, we can't get this upgraded further because we're not Greco-Roman. But I can do this. This is gonna be, I don't know, one of the last acts I'll do for this episode. Because I'll end it by becoming a scholar. That'll be the real ending. So now, will I be known as the scholar? Yeah, kind of. As the sun casts its warm golden rays over the Acropolis, I gaze upon the crumbling ruins of the city of Athena. Memories of the bygone era dance in my mind, a time when this place thrived with intellectual curiosity and vibrant discourse. Now, after great planning and resources, my vision of Athens as the beacon of intellect, a haven for artists and thinkers alike, will finally come to life. So fascinating. So now the development of Athens just jumped up a bit, while the ruin now gives additional lifestyle experience and recruits philosophers to the learn from time ruins decision. Look up here. You still can't upgrade it, but still now it says this. After a royal decree, it is also once more the home of the Academy. The the Academia, one of the greatest centers of philosophy in the known world. So this now gives more lifestyle experience. It was 6 months, now it's 5 months. Now let me see this decision. What decision are you talking about? Do I have to be of that correct faith or no? Ruin's decision also recruits a philosopher. While relaxing my courtyard, I noticed of one of my young maid servants trying discreetly pick her nose. To be fair to her, she's very discreet about it, and no one else noticed. On the other hand, it's a rather rude thing to do. She's still somewhat young. Perhaps she needs to learn some proper manners. I'll approach her in secret and gently reprimand her about this. Don't be picking your nose. What's the matter with you? Learn from time. Ruin's decision. Ruin's decision. Ruin's decision. I have to look at it one more time. Hey, you know what? Let me pray to a planet real quick. Anything that gives me a little bit of more learning? Here it is. See if I can have Saturn's blessing on in. And did. Because I need to get up there a little faster. 4 months. Almost there. Here in Attica, this loses harsh rule and the county control will change on -10. So we'll be revoking harsh laws and thus still lawless here. Well, it doesn't say, but maybe it's just you have to be of Greco-Roman faith, I have to assume. I think that's what that is. But nevertheless, I reopened it. A fitting end to this series, huh? But the real ending of this series is a real bookend. We started with Thabit ibn Qurra, who was a scholar in his day. And we'll end this series with Esha the Anointed to become the Scholar. There you go. At the age of 74, he's done it all. He is a hunter, an eager reveler, a wise man, a gardener, a holobody, administrator, august, herbalist, scholar, rough terrain expert, an experienced pilgrim, a paragon, a student, a veteran traveler, and confiner. So, yeah, you could disband right now. Whatever the hell you people are doing. I think it would have been one of the major decisions again with that final philosopher thing. Because I do not see that anywhere. No. No. Not anywhere. So, let's zoom out here to have a final look at this empire here. So, as I said before I will finally end that series officially, that I said that I had a lot of fun with this video series. Of all the travel, especially. Turrets competed, and who knows, this series might have turned out very differently had the Abbasid Caliphate not collapsed, and then I basically took it over. Mostly by conquest, but this was done without a fight. And we had to fight 2 hard wars to take Crete and Greeks proper. And I'm glad that we reopened the old academy. So that's just how it is. You got the old academy of Plato, and then you've got the Neoplatonic Academy right here in Harran. So yeah, we took back of where it all began. And right here, ladies and gentlemen, is where this story will end officially. Because I do not want to make that series go very long. Because I want to prepare myself for the next video series that'll be set in Sri Lanka, which will feature the Sri Lanka struggle, the Sri Lanka Sangha struggle, in which more details will be told, unless I've already told you, for those who are watching my YouTube channel. And of course, by the time that this video series ends, the Sri Lanka flavor pack would already be out by now, and I would be interacting with some of its new features. And when will I start this new series here there in Sri Lanka? I will start that series sometime after the release of the Wards and Wardens Advent Pack DLC. And once all the mods that I like to use are up to date and such, then I'll begin this next series. I don't know what start date that I'll do, but one thing is for certain. It's gonna be a very interesting series because it involves another struggle, just like what I did with the old Greenland struggle, the colonization of Greenland into Vinland, back in the that Norse series that I did, the Norwegian series as well. And so with that, we hope you people have enjoyed this series. So we'll see you in the next video series. But until then, so long for now.